إذا مثلك داري نشان مثلك سعيد نشان إلا الشريف متعب نشان يتخيات هاتها الناس أخذ آدمي نشان هستي نشان هستي نشان هستي نشان هستي
All right, peace and blessings, family. So today on the call, peace and blessings from Bronx, New York. Where's everybody tuning in from on today's call? If you guys are tuning into the recording, where you guys tuning in from? I like to know where just a lot of my following is as a whole. As we do start doing in-person events, I'm looking forward to coming to you guys' city. I'm looking forward to coming and building with you guys in person. I'm looking forward to you guys being able to not only, get and feel the energy live, but, actually live here in person, with you guys. So I'm excited for all that is to come, and all that we have been, transpiring and taking action on thus far, family. So a lot of people just from the public YouTube alone and the channel have been getting a lot of results. So I'm excited to continue seeing the results, continue seeing the deletions, and get more people featured here on this channel as a whole. If you guys have any testimony, from you guys coming in and taking action on the things that you guys have learned from the things that we cover, I'll have you guys come on here if you guys are open to it and go live with me. And so this is from now going forward. So I wanted to make that clear, make that known, as you guys will start seeing a lot more collabs from me as a whole. I'm going to make it a thing to go at least live with 1 to 2 new individuals that are within my network that are, that have came in, and gotten results and testimonies from the things that we do have to offer. So I'm excited to, above all else, you guys hear from them rather than always just hearing from me. And so I had a couple different things I wanted to pull up for you guys. But before we do, I did want to break down or start a recording here on Zoom. And then I'm going to go over a CFPB complaint. So today I want to break down, the laws and regulations of the CFPB. So if you guys are not in our, if you guys are not here in our public Discord, I'm going to drop this in our public Discord. So I highly recommend you guys do get yourselves within this public Discord so that you guys can see everything that I'm looking at as I am going through this on today's training. And so let me go ahead and let me drop this real quick for you guys. Okay. So whom here is not in the Discord? Drop, I am not in the Discord. If you are not in it, I am not. I am not. I am not. I am not. Whom is not in the Discord? Let me send this out to my guide too. Let me send this live out to people, let them know that we're live. So for those that are not, I see some people that are not in the Discord. I'm going to drop the link for you guys right now. And so let me know once everybody is in there now. I want you guys to be able to see this with me as well too as we do go over. But I'm going to break down a finance charge, what not only not what I'm stating, but what the CFPB is, stating and breaking down, in terms of a finance charge in pursuant to truth and lending. So we see it says TILA, it says truth and lending right here on this. This is directly from the CFPB's website. Right? This is directly from the CFPB's website. And so let's hop into it. Let me start this Zoom recording and then we'll hop right into this training. I'm excited to get this underway. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I'm honored. And I'm very grateful above all else for all the lives is going to empower. And so a lot of people aren't familiar with a finance charge. And what I want everybody to go through and do is to go look up and go look at any contract or agreement you have, whether it's a credit card agreement. If it's just you financing a phone, I want you to go look up and request. So if you guys are with AT&T, with T-Mobile, with any of these corporations, I want you to request your file. I want you to request the agreement that you have with them. Let me start this recording, family. Okay, what are you doing? Where is my wrong Zoom? I'm like, where is my link? Where's my link? Oh, that's annoying. All right, I'm pulling up Zoom. It's on a whole nother tab, so give me a second. Bear with me, family. Where is everybody tuning in from now while we are waiting? What cities are you guys tuned in from? I see Oklahoma. I see New York. So little different locations. We got Oklahoma, then we got New York, East Coast. Where else is everybody at? What cities is everybody tuned in? Also, one thing I want all of you to do is drop one thing in which you guys are grateful for. I would love to hear. I would love to hear you guys express and put out into the universe things in which you guys are grateful for, because words truly do have, power over the ether of space and time. Words have power over the ether of space and time. And so what you guys say truly does create our reality. What you guys put out into the universe, and your thoughts, your consciousness can literally connect with the whole universe. I was just looking up at a post today, like your consciousness can communicate with the whole universe. It was saying something as such. And that's just the power of it. Like we do have the ability of doing such and tapping into that. We just got to get in tune, with our thoughts. We got to get in tune with nature, get in tune with source, the most high, with God. And we got to show gratitude. Gotta be grateful for what we do have, because we all have so much, at hand. And so let's start this live. Let's start this recording. I'm excited. I'm grateful. And we here. So let's get it. All right, where's she at? Let me let them know we live in the mentorship chat. If anybody wants to come up on here, they are more than welcome. So just wait till I learn how to screen share on here. I don't even know how to screen share on the YouTube. Because once I do, it's going to be a whole nother game. Like, everybody within the mob, you guys will be able to see screen recordings within all of the different levels. My guy Dave is in Chandler, Arizona, but we got to get connected because you're in the city. You're right around the corner. North Carolina, we got Crystal, whom is grateful for life. 100% Crystal. I'm grateful for the support of like-minded individuals. Chris Brown, Chris Breezy in here. Uh-oh. No, I mean, likewise. And what I always tell people is words have power, like I was just saying. And so affirm, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm attracting people and thoughts on high frequencies. I'm so happy and grateful I'm attracting people that are familiar with consumer law, that are familiar with common law, natural law. I'm so happy and grateful I'm attracting, these people that are building, financially within my life. Be very wary of what we are putting out to the universe and start affirming more things in which you guys are looking to seek, because you guys are all truly here for a reason. This truly is, as I said, that it was 111 1101. Like, family, we're divinely here. We're divinely put on this live and divinely put in front of this information. People go through their whole lifetime not even hearing about consumer law. And so, what I want you guys to understand is that you guys are truly ahead of the curve and ahead of the, masses, and the rest of the people in which are going to and slowly are already getting their hands on this information. And so, when it comes to these processes, we got to make sure that we're very wary. We got to make sure that we got all of our chips in order so that when we do go take action, understand that now more people are becoming more familiar with this, becoming more familiar with remedy, being able to go acquire remedy, and that's all that we should be acquiring in general. We shouldn't be taking on any debt. How can we, as God's children, take on debt when in Deuteronomy 15 it talks nothing about debt, but only how we are the creditor? And so we got to understand that and look into, Scripture. Right, look into Scripture. Get familiar with Scripture. Get familiar with the Book of Numbers. I love to bring up the the whole Bible as itself is, everything in terms of everything you guys need in terms of all of the laws in which you guys need. It's letting you guys know exactly what you need in terms of discharging any debt within the Bible. I'm gonna keep you guys specifically within Title 15, hence Title 15, Deuteronomy 15, hence the name, the number of this Title 15, because as God's people, as God's children, we are only creditors. We can only create. We got some people tuning in from the Midwest. Peace and love, family, out here in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where we're currently at right now, brother. The Midwest, I got a lot of following in the Midwest. So, I don't be in the Midwest often, but looks like we're going to be taking some trips to the Midwest. We're going to be building out in the Midwest. I'm excited to come out there in person live with you guys. And so let's hop into it, family. Without further ado,
recording in progress.
Peace and blessings, families. Credit Gotti back at it again with another training, with another step by step for you guys to, not only gain this information, but apply it so we can get the results, so we can go out and empower others as well too. Because alone I can go fast, you guys can go fast, but together we all can go collectively a lot further. And so if I come here to the term finance charge, if you guys are on the Discord, I dropped the link for this. If you guys are not, I highly advise you guys get in the Discord, as all of our websites and everything are being revamped. So if you guys are looking to get involved with anything we have going on outside of the platform here on YouTube, I do highly recommend getting involved within the Discord until these websites do get launched. Even when they do get launched, this is where we do and will come and communicate. And so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. All of my mob members, by January 1st, we will have a mobile app, and you guys will also have another course outside of, what you guys are seeing here on the YouTube channel within the mob. So yes, you guys are gonna get the mob, but I'm actually gonna put together trainings and courses for you guys through a mobile course that you guys can download an app on your phone for this course and be able to be on the go wherever, whenever, watching these videos, taking in this information, just for $25 a month, and you're gonna have your own private community within there as well too. So we won't even have to communicate in the Discord for the people in the mob. Granted, we do have the Discord tab, so if you guys are in the mob, make sure you guys drop, once you guys enter the public chat, a screenshot to verify that you guys are in the mob. Once you guys verify you're in the mob, you guys will get entered into that chat. And all I ask as you enter into the chat is that you are communicative within the mob. So the term finance charge equals, this is what the Cfpb is telling me, consumer right CFPB consumer laws and regulations, it says finance charge equals the dollar cost of consumer credit. So the dollar cost of consumer credit. So 15 USC 1605 says it's the sum of all payments. So it's exactly what it's saying right here, the dollar cost of consumer credit. It includes any charge payable directly or indirectly by the consumer and imposed directly or indirectly by the creditor as a condition of or incident to the extension of credit. So we come here and if we look at the charges that are always included, these are always included within the finance charge. Interest is always included within the finance charge. There shouldn't be any interest. All the APRs is just a percentage form of the finance charge. If you don't know, now you know. Transaction fees. What are transaction fees? Down payments. Any excess fees and services in which they're telling you you guys got to go on, you guys got to pay for. See, what I want you guys to understand is that what I recommend it always is you guys go into the credit unions, building out your consumer report. I talked about this a little earlier. You know, all while if you do have negative items, okay, we go to the dealership, we apply, we get denied. Okay, cool. We send out adverse action to them, but all while sending adverse action, we just got denied an auto loan. We just got denied our right to extend credit to get a vehicle to where they don't know what the damage that just happened for them denying me my right, to acquire this vehicle. So now I can't even go to work. Now I can't, work for. Now I can't do take my kids to school. Now I can't do all of these things. So now damages have been done from them reporting the other accounts that are on my report, which got me the denial in the first place from these lenders when they looked at my consumer report because they see charge-offs, collections, late payments, evictions, repos. They see all these negative items on my consumer report. So now it's going to help me with the deletion process in these accounts as well too. So all while going through adverse action, and yes, send off that adverse action letter to the dealership, to the lender, and then also to the reporting agency. File a CFPB complaint against them, all while you're doing that as well too. What you said in the letter, draft up in a CFPB complaint, copy and paste it in the description. Pretty simple. Type it up on a PDF, on a Google Sheets. Copy and paste that once you're done. Create a PDF after the Google Sheets, and then after that, turn it into a CFPB complaint, copy and paste. So the next thing that's always included is the loan organization fees, consumer points, credit guaranteed insurance premiums. So insurance premiums are always included. Um, let's see, charges imposed on the creditor for the purchasing loan, which are passed on to the consumer. So that should be also included within the finance charge. Discounts for inducing payment by means other than credit. Also, what should be included is mortgage broker fees, but there's still brokerage fees from these, mortgage companies and whatnot. Hmm. Other examples: a fee for preparing truth and lending disclosures, real estate construction loan inspection fees, fees for post-consumption tax or flood service policy, or required credit life insurance charges. So here's charges that are never so here's these are charges right here not included if bona fide and reasonable in amount. So this is for residential mortgage transactions and loans secured by real estate. So these are charges that are not included if bona fide and reasonable in an amount. So fees for the title insurance, examination. So we're not just talking about vehicles, we're talking about mortgages right now as well too. Truth and lending is the best subchapter as a whole when it does come to mortgages and resending any mortgage, anything as such. And if you guys have, the time limit for the right of rescission, which is typically 3 years, go look up 15 USC 1635. I believe it's F. Go scroll down to the time limit. It'll tell you 3 years. If you ever, pass the 3 years, you guys can always refinance. Once you refinance, that gives you another 3-year time frame to resend the contract. Furthermore, you could get better interest rates, etc., all while you are still making the payments until you have gotten the debt discharged. Always, while resending anything, make sure you're still making the payments. Always, while discharging it, make sure, as you're going through and waiting for correspondence, you're still abiding by the contractual agreements in which you did agree to until you have gotten them discharged. Okay, so these are charges included unless conditions are met. So charges included unless conditions are met. So right here it says premiums for credit life, A and H, or loss of income insurance. Then it says conditions. Insurance is not required. Disclosures are made and consumer authorizes. Debt cancellation fees. Coverage not required. Disclosures are made and consumer authorizes. Premiums for property or liability of insurance. Consumer selects insurance company and disclosures are made. Premiums for vendor single interest. Insurer waives the right of subrogation. Consumer selects insurance company and disclosures are made. And security interest charges. The fee is for lien purposes prescribed by law, payable to a third public official, and is itematized and disclosed. And then charges imposed by a third party. Conditions. Use of the third party is not required to obtain a loan, and creditor does not retain the charge. Charges imposed by a third party closing agency. Conditions are, if the creditor does not require and does not retain the fee for the particular service. So it's letting you know, like, charges are included unless certain conditions are met. And the conditions that can be met are the conditions, the second part in which I'm reading. And so it's easier to see this visually to go through and read. I highly advise, that you guys do go through and check. Now I want you guys to go check this file though. So it'll let you know these fees can come about with the conditions of such. They're not included within the finance charge with these conditions, it'll say. Granted, that doesn't mean that we can't go through and still exercise these. Especially, they can impose these if the conditions are met, yes, but each condition's got to be met. And I promise you, somewhere in there, they had you get insurance. I promise you, somewhere in there, there were transaction fees, there was interest, and so there are so many different things, which are always included within the finance charge, which you should not be paying outside of the finance charge that you just got to simply go through and break down to them. So I want everybody to get familiar with that chart. This is from the CFPB directly. This isn't anything I've made up. I've dropped this here on the Discord, the public Discord for everybody to go through and really check out, so we can get familiar with this. But let's see, family. Got my 3-month-old daughter and my wife tuned in with me watching. That's powerful, King. That's powerful. That daughter of yours is going to empower the world more than you could even imagine, bro. What you think right now, she gonna 10x it, bro. She gonna 10x it. I love that. That's powerful. And so let's come here. Also, you being in the mentorship, Justin, you could hop in on the Zoom call as well, and see, my screen on my end as well. Let me see. And so today we're going to get into how to draft up a CFPB complaint. How many of you guys are or have ever filed a are familiar with it, or have filed a CFPB complaint? How many of you guys are? I so wish I could come here and share my screen on the YouTube. And so, for the sake of time and us not being able to do so here on the tube, I am going to just read through it. So, as we come here, we create an account. It will ask for verification and a phone number or email code that will be sent to you guys. And so, we'll verify it. We're not entering our personal information, first name, last name, email, pretty simple information, which it will ask for to create an account. Once you create the account, you won't have to be putting in your personal information anymore. So it will make you going through and filing complaints a lot more simple. So we're here, family, at the CFPB. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys, so the account in which we are going to check specifically for today and get removed is going to be in terms of credit reporting or other personal consumer reports. So I'm gonna put. So this is asking, what is the complaint about? I put credit reporting or other personal consumer reports. You can put this one, or you can put debt collection. So if it's in regards to anything of the FCRA or truth in lending, then furnishing anything on your consumer report, we're gonna of course put the credit reporting or other consumer reports. It could be background checks, employment, or tenant screening. Another one that we can do is debt collection. Which the thing with the debt collection one is it does only like have something for the debt, like one account for the business. So typically like with credit reporting you could add on like three different companies and it'll be sent to all three different companies. The one with debt collection will just send it out to the debt collector and the original creditor when you file a complaint through here. So it'll ask you what type of debt it is. Of course you guys will put the type of debt in which it is, whether it's student loans, we'll put that, credit card, auto loan, etc. Whatever it may be, we're going to put that type of debt. um, and I was going to do the credit reporting one, which I will here in a second, but in sake of for today and today's call, I'm gonna do both. And I'm gonna do one for the debt collectors, which will be very simple because I already got a template I just got to pull up that I use all the time for debt collectors. And it's really not so much a template, but more so like just basic knowledge that I've drafted up, but within it, I'm exercising cease and desist. So I am using cease and desist. And that's the first step, especially with these debt collectors. Cease and desist right off the bat with them. All right. So this is what did help me with my auto loan right here, and the removal of it. So I was so this is from 2022 of February. I was informed about the use of about the misuse of my credit in pursuant to 15 USC 1601 while going over my agreements with the third party dealership. They skipped over many pages and were very deceptive and misformed me as I was young and unaware and taken advantage of. So this is what I used back in 2022. I extended credit to Westlake Financial and Auto Source of the amount with the finance charge of blank and pursuant to 15 USC 1605, broke down the finance charge. Then I had let them know how much they had me put down, all the charges that they had me, put down, also the insurance I added in there. Um, let's see. And I mentioned how those are all included within 1605. Then I mentioned how they furnish deceptive forms as well too, through their contract, which is 1692J, because they created these deceptive forms into making me autograph it, giving me a whole packet, knowing damn well I'm not gonna read that. Um, and I just ceased and desisted it afterwards. So that one's a pretty simple one. That was definitely way back when. Um, Let me see. All right. And so in terms of today's call, I am going to use another template that I have. I'm not going to read it on today's call. But just know, if a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing, this is exactly what the law is saying, 1692 CC, to pay a debt, or that the consumer wishes the debt collector to cease further communication with the consumer, the debt collector shall not communicate further with respect to such debt. So I am refusing to pay the alleged debt, and if once again, anytime you communicate with me, I demand that it must be through mail. I am aware of my open-end credit plan as defined within 15 U.S.C. 1602, and with that being said, I'm also aware of my credit file, and I want to see the transactional history. I want to see my audit trail, in parentheses, my file, to verify this alleged debt that you are stating me, the natural person, is obligated to pay. I demand my audit trail. Send everything to the below address. I'm also going to demand more within that. Demand an audit trail with an update of this account to reflecting as accurate, or with the update of this account being removed from my consumer report. Last time I go about it. This is a whole new account that was just added onto one of my clients' reports, so we gonna get him right. And so it asks, what type of problems are you having? I put communication tactics. You can use attempts to collect a debt not owed. You can use threaten to contact someone or share information improperly. What's happened with you guys? What are the situations that have happened with you guys? Put that. If they took or threatened to take negative or legal action, file this CFPB complaint. File the CFPB complaint for me. Like you got, there's so many different false statement of representation. 1692E. That's within that. Communication tactics is 1692C. So I'm gonna just use CC, 1692CC, which is cease and desist in it. So, which best describes your problem? You told them to stop contacting you, but they keep trying. I'm gonna say, have you ever tried to fix this with them? I'm gonna put yes. Did they request information from the company? I'm gonna select no. And so this is the first letter being sent off to this company specifically. Um, Also, demand a deletion of this account from my consumer report, or I will take legal action and hold your corporation liable for damages added in the demand the audit trail. Also, a deletion of this account from my consumer report, or I'll take legal action and hold your corporation liable for damages in pursuant to 15 USC 1692K for inaccurate credit reporting. and unlawful communication tactics. I never gave them permissible purpose to share my information. I demand a copy of my wedding signature with the contract. So I had another one. So I'll read it. I'm gonna read what I added internal all over again. I will take legal action and hold your corporation liable for damages in pursuant to 15 USC 692K for inaccurate credit reporting and unlawful communication tactics. I never gave them permissible purpose to share my information. I demand a copy of my wedding signature with the audit trail. Send everything to the address attached. And once again, this is the only medium of communication we will be speaking through. So boom. Hated on shows, but made some bread. I gotta keep that family. Okay, so what is the name of the company? So we must know company name. So I always have my consumer report pulled up right next to me as I am going through this. Is it Credence or Easy Pay? It's Easy Pay. Easy Pay, Easy Pay. DVRA. Fuck is DVR? DVRA. All right. I know Credence is one as well. So Credence Resource Management. Okay. So we can't just add it for them. They're also reporting the collection account. So we'll then put the 4 digits for the last four of your social and or your account number. Um, who's with me, family? Who's with me? I want to make sure that everybody is with me and understanding what we are covering here on the stream. If you guys are just coming in here, I highly advise and just ask of it that we all can come in here and drop a like and drop a question as well too, that you guys have specifically with your process. And so anything in terms of your process, any type of debt that we're looking to discharge, we can get all of that discharged by going through and filing a CFPB complaint and using the consumer laws that we have in place. I love that. And, corruption of people's sovereignty, I say, you know, I don't know if another man can save you, but I know for a fact you can save yourself. Because remember, Jesus is just like me and you. He breathes just like me and you. He actually came from a woman, I know, a womb, just like me and you as well. And she had a mother and a father. She lived in Cairo, Egypt as well too. And his name was actually Yahshua. If you go to Cairo, Egypt, one of my business partners is out there right now. He literally just posted a picture of his house and everything as well too, or his old house obviously, but the house that Yeshua did live in Cairo, Egypt. And if you guys go there, you guys can see. And if you don't believe me, go look up Billy Carson. You know, even explaining this, and he has for the past 5 to 10 years. But his son, who I'm referring to, my business partner Justin, he's actually out there right now as well. Um, and he literally just posted on the story a picture of, where in Cairo, Egypt, Yeshua did have his place of abode. Will this live be saved? Yes, it will be saved. And for anybody looking to get access to the CFPB step by step, this will be added into the Billionaires Club. Or you guys can purchase just the recording itself. So, for $20 alone. So $20, you can purchase the recording yourself. You can have it, or you can go log in, for $15 to $25, either to the mob or the Billionaires Club level membership, and be a part of that. Like I said, for all of my mob members, we are going to. Let me s- we live right now, brother. Just look up Credit Gotti. All right, but all right, from this they flipped this. Whom are y'all talking about? Okay, smoke one, 100%, King. He said they flipped his teachings to promote religion, but he was actually teaching spirituality, 100 and 1,000%. And he actually went to India to learn, energy healing and, Reiki healing, and how he was able to turn, the blind man to see again was through energy healing. And we have energy, we have energy. What's the word I'm looking for? Energy channels. There we go. Channel. We have energy channels throughout our avatar, throughout our body. And by you being able to tap into these energies just as a whole, yes, 100%. And a lot of people's as well too are blocked because of the foods we eat, because of the lack of just taking time to take that inward journey and to heal oneself, and to do the work that needs to be done inwardly. Um, so there is many blockages within a lot of people's energy channels. And yes, many people are familiar with them as the chakras, but we actually have more than just 7 chakras. We actually have, a lot of different energy channels throughout the body. I don't know a number exactly, so I'm not going to give y'all one. But there's more than those 7 main energy channels. And it's just like a straw. If it's blocked, if there's cloggage throughout it, it's not going to be able to flow through the straw. And so a lot of your guys' energy is blocked in certain areas, because and that person's third eye chakra could have been blocked, or had blockage, or whatever it may have been. And so above all else, he went to India to learn energy healing. We can heal our body. I mean, the Dr. Joe Dispenzas, the Becoming Supernaturals, the Deepak Chopras. Like, we have the ability to literally, on a DNA level, we can change our DNA strands and once again alter our DNA. They scared to face their true self. 100, 1,000% smoke one. 1,000%. You gotta face, your all the traumas. You gotta face all of the pain. You gotta face and endure any and everything in which is in your subconscious. And this is why all of us act the ways in which we do is based off of our subconscious. And it's a programming that many of us are not familiar with at all. And if I could tell you guys that we do have two brains, y'all would probably look at me like I'm crazy. But I'm here to let y'all know we have two brains. And I'm here to let y'all know that in order to change and alter our reality, yes, words, thoughts, but these words and these thoughts got to be repetition, because the repetition is then going to create a whole new program. It's going to then download into our subconscious mind. See, what I want you guys to understand is that we have a conscious mind, a conscious brain, and a subconscious brain. The conscious mind is, just how we're going about our days and just things in which we're doing unconsciously. Is like driving somewhere. How many of you guys have driven somewhere, and when you got there, whether you were texting, whether you were thinking, whether you're going through some relationship problems, and you were just thinking about the relationship problems, and the whole time you were driving, you were like, yo, I don't even know how I got here. I don't remember getting here. How many of y'all have done that? I know I've done that. I'm like, I've been thinking about so much stuff. When I got here, I was so not present. I was messing with music. I was doing everything else, but actually focusing on where I'm headed, the routes and the turns that I'm taking. I was just taking them and just doing them consciously, but not subconsciously. Now is our habitual behavior, and we are habitual beings. 100%. That's why we have to be aware of what we listen to as far as people and music. Uh, I'm messing with you, Smoke One. And that goes into the terms of, and it's crazy your name's Smoke One, because I just stopped smoking for the rest of the year, and I've been smoking too much. Not even necessarily too much, but I've been smoking more than need be. So I'm locked in more than ever. And so if y'all see me more than normal, just know it's because I can't be putting one up in the air until January 1st. That's because I can't, because it's what I told myself. So as a man, especially when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Our word is our bond. Your word is your bond. You're not where you want to be because you can't keep your word. But yet y'all are looking to get access to $1 million, $1 billion bond. Y'all are looking to go get these bonds and go, liquidate the TDA account and some more stuff I done heard. Y'all are looking to go get these bonds, but come on, family. Already. Yeah. Smoke one for me, King. It's honorable to see someone be disciplined. That's all we have in life, especially as men, is willpower. Because, boy, can it be so easy to go do a whole lot of other temptations. But let me tell you, a temptation is the devil, boy. Temptation is the devil. But, boy, that shit do be looking pretty. I'm talking about the girls. Boy, that should be looking pretty, especially when you have one. How many of y'all have been in relationships, just got in a relationship, and right after, all these girls or guys start hitting you up? How many of y'all? See, that's temptation for y'all. Y'all got to, man. Y'all got to. Y'all know I'm with y'all in spirit, man. Y'all know we up there, though. Y'all know we up there with y'all. Yeah, beautiful distractions, yo. Beautiful. Beautiful distractions. Same thing with this consumer law stuff. You guys getting so caught up on acquiring this, that, and the third that y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't watch one live and y'all ready to go get a car off consumer law. Y'all ready to go get a mortgage off consumer law with one video, and your whole consumer report is already trashed as well. I always talk about controlling that consumer report. That's why consumer law is powerful. Yes, we can get remedy, exercising. And if y'all go back and watch the video that me and Taquan X, my business partner, did, he said, and this isn't what he always used to say, but he said on the live, you're always going to acquire more money off, the personal report that you have right now more than building out a CPN. A lot larger lines, of credit, rather than you building out, an EIN on the personal credit side, which is things he helps establish and build out. Yes, we can get $25,000, $50,000 credit cards. How about the black unlimited credit cards? You can only get that on the personal side, with your social. And so there's a lot larger lines of credit we can acquire once we get our consumer report where it needs to be. Because remember, where is this money coming from? It's coming from our open-ended credit plan. And so the limits that you guys have, I want you guys to be calling and requesting for, an increase of your limit, if not every month, 1 to 2 times, every other month, 1 to 2 times, at least one time every other month. Call to increase it. Liquidate your cards. Learn different manufacturer spending, methods. I'm gonna give you guys one on here on today's, live. So I actually have somebody that works with our company. She works at Macy's, and what we've done with a lot of our clients, as she's been there, is we've gone through and with their credit cards, we've had them go purchase certain things, whether they've spent, let's say, just keep it small in terms of for today's call, $1,000 on their credit card. They only had let's do $10,000, $10,000, limit on their credit card, and the balance is right now at zero. If they haven't used it. Let's say this is month one. I also got a debit card where I got some bands on it. All right, and I'm going to the store and I'm going to Macy's. I go acquire some designer stuff, probably some suits, something more on the higher end spectrum that I'm gonna get for anywhere from 12 to 13,000, and I'm gonna put down 10 on my credit card. I'm gonna let the cashier know you'll put 10 on here, put 3 on my debit card. Now I go back the next day. This suit don't even fit me. My wife didn't even like it on me. I was all excited to get this, but I'm not gonna be spending this much money if it don't fit me and if my wife don't like it. So I'm looking to return this, ma'am. Okay, sure, we can do that for you. Just give us a card on file that you're looking to get this money returned to. Okay, we'll do. Boom. Give them my debit card. Boom. Funds will be transferred within 3 to 5 business days. My fault, I was reading the comments. Then I also, when I read the comments, it made me think about what I was touching upon, about temptation and the devil. But it says no, it's gonna come. No cap, my boy, working the play. I know D'Lo be on the play. The manufacturer spending plays, going crazy with them. Him and the people he's been able to help as well too. I know he's been able to help a lot of people in terms of the manufacturer spending and funding as a whole. So my guy D'Lo, 100%. And so that's just one manufacturer spending, play that you guys can go out take action upon. Is all this predictable on having a bank account? Predicated on having a bank account. I mean, you just got to have another card that you can also go through and do this with, debit card, so that you can get the money transferred back to the next day, within 2 to 3 business days. Typically, it takes 24 hours for it to transfer, but they always tell you that 2 to 3 business days. And so, with that being said, 13,000 is going to go into my debit card. Now I just liquidated 10,000 from my credit card to my debit card, interest free. Yes, you can go to PayPal, Venmo, and do all of that, but you are going to get interest on top of that. So why do it where there's interest when we can do it interest free and get all the reward points from this credit card, cash back, whatever the credit card does have. Now we're stacking up on points and rewards. Now we can catch free flights. Now we can shop and use our cashback points for certain things, whether that's groceries, whether that's for business, whether that's for advertisements, whatever that may be. That's for y'all to use, and that's for y'all to do investments, etc. All right, so that's just one thing that we can go out and take action on. And that goes with controlling the consumer report, family. And by controlling the consumer report, we got to understand consumer law. With consumer law, we can discharge anything on our consumer report. And I want you guys, I've been telling you guys this, but let's take action on it now. Order your LexisNexis report. Order your SageStream consumer report. Order your RentGrow consumer report. Order your ARS consumer report. Order your Innovis consumer report. Go to the CFPB. If you guys are having trouble acquiring anything, go look up what you guys are having trouble acquiring. Go look up reporting agencies that are reporting specifically in regards to the accounts in which you guys are having trouble opening up. So let me drop this link for y'all, man, because I talk about this too much. CFPB. I just showed y'all the lawsuit. I don't know if I showed y'all that one here on the YouTube. Actually, I think that was with um, the mentorship. But check this. I'm gonna drop a link from CNBC. And this right here, like y'all being here, is no better time than right now. What's going on in the economy? What's going on financially? With y'all see the things outbreaking in the media. Understand, when there's news, when things are going on in the media, the markets are are jumping. The economy, if you know who you are and if have access and know how the wealth are moving during times as such in 2008. Those that had access to the information you guys are getting access to now and were able to leverage the system in their advantage and didn't get. And if you look at right now, like if you look at what took place, even let's rewind a little bit, about 6 to 8 months to maybe a year ago, Wells Fargo was giving out, you know, uh, low interest rates or something, or no, something specifically for I think it was saying what was it saying for minorities. It was saying whether you're a Mexican or a Latino or a Hispanic, it said, or black, it was saying you can come in and get something through Wells Fargo, some type of um, program they were having in terms of mortgages and the mortgage rates being low if you are in this classification. But remember, these classifications in accordance with the SF 181 form. Go look that up. The SF, S as in Sam, F as in family, 181 form, which is the ethnicity and the race identificational form. Within it, the racial category, you guys will see, the categories of, you know, your ethnicity and your race identification. Look up the term black. It says a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. You know how vague that is, and they're not original people of anything. Now, if we go to American Indians, a person having origins in any of the original peoples. So origins in any of the original peoples. So they got origins in any of the original people of North and South America. Then they're not just coming from some group of North and South America. You know how many groups are in you know brown racial groups are within America, right? But in black or African American, it says a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. So right away, you're already labeling yourself as dead in the system. Are you a Hispanic or Latino? This is separated from the other racial categories as a whole. So the term Latino, Hispanic, you're not even you're not even with the other category. You're not even then they're human at that. And so don't look up what I'm saying. Go read and go look up SF 181 form.